think that my husband's girl best friend has actually forgotten which one of us is married to him. And spoiler alert, it's me. I can't tell if she's in love with him or if she's just allergic to boundaries, but I really try to be the chill wife, right? She just recently moved back to town after a nasty divorce. They've been friends since they were 7 years old. You know, they're like family. His family obsessed with her. And I can understand why. Not everything about Anna is terrible, except for the way that she treats my husband, considering he's married. You know, it's not just the fact that Anna speaks over me or is constantly bringing up little inside jokes that I know nothing about. Of course, that's a little annoying. Not even the fact that, you know, she gets in the front seat of his car and tries to put me in the back almost every single time. Even though my husband corrects her, old habits die hard, right? It's not the fact that he's the first person she calls when she gets a flat tire, even though she grew up here and knows other people. Hell, she could call her dad. It's not even the fact that she calls him her person. I can deal with these sort of things. You know, like, I'm not a jealous person. I'm a very secure person. But at what point is this crossing a boundary? Because last night, my husband and I were doing our extracurricular activities as married people, okay? And his phone is ringing and he's not answering it, okay? It's probably her calling, is what I'm assuming, but he's not answering it because we're having us a time. All of a sudden, someone walks into our front door. Into the front door. Now, we had popped a couple spicy cubes, so you can imagine the scene that was set. You can imagine the pose that was happening, okay? I'm just laying there like, what the hell? And she's just like, oh, silly me. Don't mind me. I just made you cookies. I was thinking about you. I'll be in the kitchen. You'll be in the kitchen. And then my husband says, you know, we've talked about this. You can't keep doing this. Keep doing this. Keep doing this. I said, does she do this all the time? Has this happened before? He said, she's always done this. She's always walking into the most inappropriate times. Oh my goodness. How silly of her. I don't know about you, but I've never done that, especially like continuously. I don't know, that noted, that's weird. I put my robe on and I go into the kitchen and I'm like, you know, you can't just barge into people's houses. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I thought you guys were just in here watching TV. I knocked. She didn't knock. She looks at my husband and she's like, you know, you guys should really join that club I was telling you about. They would love you. They would love you. And he's like, not again. We're not talking about this again. Like, give it up. And I'm like, again, like what club? And she's like, you know, this is private, members only club. Like, you should come. I joined after my divorce. Like, it's a lot of fun. You can meet people. It's a fun way to meet people. And I'm like, and then it hits me what type of club this is. It's one of those clubs where you bring a partner and then you just swap them all around. Yeah. Now, I'm not trying to yuck somebody's yum, but I don't know about you. I'm not really interested in one of those types of clubs. And neither is my husband. And he's like, we're not going to something like that. Like, give it a rest. Like, I'm glad you're having a good time. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad she's meeting people, but like, why are you asking us to come? And she's like, come on, just like go for one weekend as a guest of mine. A lot of people start just watching. Just watching. What are you wanting him to watch exactly? What exactly are you wanting him to see? All of a sudden, she's got to go. She's done damage, and now she's got to leave. She leaves, and I look at my husband. I'm like, why did you never tell me about this club she's invited you to? He's like, because it's clear we're not going to go. Like, why are you worrying your pretty little head? Like, we would never do that. Like, obviously, like, it's good for her, but, like, we would never go. I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. Like, I'm overthinking it. Well, then I'm sitting in my bedroom, and I get a text on my phone, and it says, don't tell her this, but, and then it's unsent. Yeah, I could only see the preview. And who do you think it was from?